Hello everyone, Stakuya here. Before things begin, please make sure to go down and click the link in the description below in order to join Discord. We play Hearts of Iron 4 games every single Saturday. We're also doing games on Friday or sometimes discussions, and we are also going to be doing Europa Universalis games on Monday. So join in for the history, for the fun, and for the games. Well, hey everyone, Stakuya here, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 video, except we're not going to be doing a deep dive into a country now. No. What we're going to be doing instead is we're going to be looking and see from my previous video, which if you haven't seen already, check that out, is motorized rocket artillery viable? And by that, I mean, is it viable if you only do it? Alright, so let's test this. Alright, first things first, we know that rocket artillery, motorized rocket artillery is going to be better starting around 1942, 1941. Like really around right here is where it starts to be better. But everything prior to that, artillery is superior, and that's primarily what we're going to be producing because you can't actually get motorized rocket artillery until 1939. If I started researching it right now, 710 days, even assuming that I get some bonuses, like, 15% from that motorized company, 3% from research, another 4% or 5%, like, well, no, that's still like 8% I think you get from the other bonuses, 22% reduction. Still probably going to get it, more than likely, just before 1938, maybe, or just at the beginning of 1938. That's not really all that much of a bonus, and that's a lot of a waste of a research slot. So here's what we're going to do. Here's the test. We are going to play Germany completely normal, recruit out a bunch of regular units and infantry, and before we actually go to war, we are going to convert those over to motorized infantry with a unit of artillery. Maybe even 2 units of artillery if we have the industry. And then, once we have the motorized rocket artillery researched, we are going to start recruiting those, or we're going to start producing them, and then convert everything over once we reach a certain point when it's viable. Because these units are going to be very soft. They're going to take a lot of damage, so we're going to need to prepare for that. First things first, Rhineland, get it going. Okay, I know we're going to use a lot of support equipment, we're going to use a lot of artillery. We are not really going to use any tanks. This game, we're not using tanks at all. So you know what? I'm even going to go ahead and delete that. We're not using those. It's because we have no armor. Air superiority is probably important, but we're going to be using so much rubber for our trucks that we're not going to be able to afford that big of an air force. We might as well focus more on fighters and start producing some naval bombers from the very beginning so that way we can take out the British Navy. And there you go. That's the setup. That's everything that we can do right now. All right, make sure to get our classic research, and then as for the final one, yeah, we're probably going to end up using a lot of support companies like logistics, absolutely, logistics and field hospitals. I know normally there's a strategy you don't really use field hospitals when you don't need to prioritize saving your manpower, but since we're going to have no armor, we're going to bleed through a lot of manpower, so it's probably going to be important to maintain that as well as we can. And we're going to be producing an abundance of support equipment as well as trucks anyway, so it doesn't matter. All right, Rhineland done. Now we need to hard focus on economy. Just make a beeline down here and build up our industry as much as possible. All right, Spanish Civil War. That means we can send volunteers, get some experience, but we're going to send a Rommel with not 3 tanks, but instead 3 units of motorized. Because we just disposed of those light tanks that we had. There's no real reason to keep them. All right, that also means political power saved. We can go ahead and send an attaché, get some experience from this, and some additional war support. Okay, awesome. That means as soon as we now have 150 political power, we can immediately go up to war economy. Boom, that easy. I'd say Anschluss first before the actual research slot, because at least this way you're going to get additional factories. And 70 days for an additional research slot is not going to make as big of a difference as getting a bunch of extra military factories going is. Francis invites us to the non-intervention committee. Listen, buddy, I'm kind of already there. I don't think I can not interfere at this point. All right, Anschluss, awesome. That means political power. Political power we can then spend on other stuff, like a chief of army, which you'd think, like, if you were going tanks, maneuver would be awesome because of some extra speed for them. But in this case, we are already using trucks, which are super light and speedy. So some extra attack, that's going to be what we're going to want. And with all those civilian factories finished now, I think it's time to start cranking out all the military ones, because we're going to need a ton of these. We're also going to need a lot of synthetic refineries. Now, I'm actually finding that these motorized are performing significantly better in Spain than the tanks actually did. They can move around a lot quicker, and they don't face nearly as many penalties in like mountains and hilly terrain. But seeing as we only have a year and a half left, it's probably time that we start focusing heavily on producing a lot more trucks. Alright, Sudetenland down. So let's get that German war economy going then. Give me 6 military factories for free so I can start cranking out more stuff. Goodbye, Czechoslovakia. I need your factories for more trucks. And just as I discussed in my previous video, we're going mobile infantry this time. Oh, I didn't even realize that increases our motorized infantry max speed by 10% and artillery. Ooh, that makes our boys even speedier. All of Czechoslovakia belongs to the Reich. No, we're taking all of it. Okay, time to start producing military factories and start producing a copious amount of synthetics. And with that, nationalist Spain is victorious. All right. And also synthetic rubber. Synthetic rubber, since we're maxing out all of our production for as many of these synthetic factories as we can, that's going to mean that we can stop trading away all of our factories for oil and rubber. Because now we're actually building up a massive surplus of trucks. And it's September, so we need to start preparing. Holy crap, converting just one thing of trucks is going to reduce that by a lot. Okay. We're probably going to need to start doing this gradually. Let's train all these up just so that we can actually get some experience and other stuff going here while I try to desperately produce more trucks. Alright, for 72 divisions of infantry, if we were going to convert that to our motorized division, what would that be? Way too many trucks. Okay, we simply don't have enough. We don't have enough. So here's instead what we're going to do. Our attack forces are still primarily going to be the motorized, so what we're going to do is convert everything that we can over to the template that we're going to use. It's still within the rules that I'm establishing, okay? We're going to make this... And we're going to make this 20-width motorized artillery 7.2s, okay? And we're going to convert every unit that we gradually can into this division. God, we are using so much fuel when we do that, though. That is so much fuel. And there's no point in training those. There's no point in getting that up all the way here because they're not going to reach combat readiness. We're not going to get that 25% bonus. It's fine. All right, can I convert one more? No, I don't have either enough artillery or trucks. Wow, that is a lot. God, Germany with a massive excess of rubber. Who'd have thought? But now, seriously, we're going to need more military factories because we're going to need a lot more to crank out a lot more trucks. And of course, with all that done, it's finally time to start researching our motorized rocket artillery since we're going to need to be producing a lot of that too. Poland refuses German ultimatum. All right, well, boys, here we go. Let's start around the Maginot, and let's go. Time for our test. Whew, that is a lot of green right from the beginning. Okay. Now, utilizing motorized means that we're probably going to need to use a lot more microing. Now it starts to fall apart, which, yeah, we've taken probably more casualties than we otherwise would have if it was, using tanks. But, hey, that's kind of, I guess, what happens. Okay, Poland's gone. Perfect. Finish that off. That was actually still pretty quick. All right, now we need to get all of our troops over here as quick as possible so that we can prepare here for an invasion. We're going to do this one at a time and just gradually break each one, because I don't think that I'm going to have nearly as much pressure for all this. All right, there we go. Netherlands gone. All right, goodbye, Belgium. And Belgium's gone. Okay. All right, goodbye, Luxembourg. Sure, Italy, join the war. Weaken them much more greatly. Without the tanks, I'm definitely noticing a couple more losses that are occurring. We're also using a ton of fuel with all these trucks. And it's still not enough. It is absolutely still not enough. Let's look at our losses. 116,000. That's honestly, it's more than we probably would if we were facing armor, but we were also super speedy when we were able to move. All right, go ahead and set up a fallback line, get one of our guys, and start preparing a naval invasion for when we go and launch a strike here. Now look at this. It's 1939. We got modern blitzkrieg. All right, we're perfectly set. And the only thing that we need to do now, at this point, is just produce a ton of trucks. Let's just go and destroy the English Navy now, baby. That is the only reason why we invested in those naval bombers. Goodbye, Denmark. Oh, now we can finally start converting all this stuff over to trucks. Here we go. That means all three of these can actually be trained up now so that we're going to have the full amount. Oh, but holy crap, we are using a lot of fuel. Now, it is finally time. January 1940, let's begin cranking out some motorized rocket artillery. I don't even know if we're going to be able to use it against the Soviets or not. More synthetic refineries. Synthetic refineries for days, because we're apparently just super, super oil hungry for everything. Aarhus, in the middle of Denmark, is falling. Goodbye, Britain. The trucks are on their way. I will also need to trade for a lot more oil, somehow. And now let's send all the troops across. Fall of London. To German trucks. Oh, now we're completely out of fuel again. Okay. It seems that no matter how much I trade, I just keep on running out. Let's buy all of the Soviets' fuel. Just all of it. Just for a limited amount of time. Just so that we can stay in the positives and build it up. Oh my god, they're moving so fast! Oh my god, they're moving so fast! All of their units melted because they just completely ran out. These trucks are so fast. They have nowhere to retreat to. And like that, World War II is over. We did it. That was so incredibly fast. Well, that's looking remarkably cleaner then. Well, I guess since the war's over, it's just time to prepare for the Soviets then. Oh wow, Italy declares on Greece. I wonder how well that will go. Answer is not necessarily very well. Ha. Huh. I didn't even realize that if Yugoslavia actually accepts, that would do— wait. Greece has joined the Chinese United Front. Hold up. Really? I didn't even know that could be a thing. And I guess while we're dealing with all this shit in Asia, let's see if we can just go ahead and finish things off over here. In July 1941, our rockets are finally better. We don't have enough motorized rockets to actually switch over, though. We're not going to make it in time for the Soviet Union. Luckily, since we've been building from the beginning, we do have a stupid amount of artillery, though. You know what I could do? Just to save out all that artillery and make sure that it's just nice and powerful? We can go ahead and switch over one of these. 1 unit of motorized rocket artillery, 1 unit of, well, motorized artillery. It's going to increase breakthrough by 5, soft attack by 2.4. It's not necessarily worth all that much, but it will get astronomically better. Well, time for the test. Ooh, that is a decent amount of green, okay. Oh, they're just so fucking fast, boy. Oh! Come on, break down all their units. Holy crap, that is a lot of their front line that is just wiped immediately. Wow. Wait, did we just evaporate their entire line over here? Did we overrun all of their units? Whoa! Oh! So fast, boy! So goddamn fast. Oh my god, that was 500,000 men. Just that fast. We've been at war for 1 month. They're at 700,000 losses. Come on, come on, come on, come on. 9899. Yes! Yes! So fast, boy! They can't even catch up. Look at that! How is this working? It is literally just a bunch of angry Germans in trucks. What the hell? How many divisions is that? That's 30. That is like 35 or 40 divisions just caught all here. Okay. What did that do? That was 1 million men. That was almost 1 million men in a single pocket. That is perhaps the biggest pocket that I've ever caught. That reduced their divisions from something along the lines of 200 men down to 148 divisions. They're just so fast. We keep on wrapping them over. 148? No, 138 divisions. That's 10 more gone. Just more wraps, more wraps. I think we can finally just start suppressing our subjects because there's really not anything for us to do. We're just wrapping everything up. It's not even 1942 yet. What are we looking at? 1.9 million men. We've wiped out over half the army. They have 114 divisions left. They can't catch the trucks. They're too fast. I'm fast as fuck, boy. This is so simple. They can't catch me. They can't catch me. God, we are still burning through so much oil despite buying so much. There we go. Führer Directive 21 complete, baby. Which is just going to give us more bonuses to attack them now. God dang, just take it all. Take it all so quickly. The truck's just moving so fast. Fast as fuck, boy. 400,000 losses versus 2.6 million. This is honestly the fastest I've ever capitulated the Soviet Union. This is kind of ridiculous. If I'd used spy networks and built collaboration governments, this probably would have been so damn quick. I would have been able to take that within just a few months at that rate. God, but now we're fighting over here in the forests and it's so much slower. Wait, what? The Italians invaded into, like, northern Russia? What? Oh, now we're actually losing some men. Yeah, I probably should have done a collaboration government. We're still going to finish this before 43, though. The downside about using all trucks now that I've found is that once you reach deep into the Soviet Union, if you haven't built a collaboration government and they don't collapse, then the entire thing is forest, so your troops start moving much, much, much slower. And there you go. 3rd of August, 1942, and we're there, buddy. It's over. We did it. And this entire thing was, in the end, done by this division. I didn't even get to build any of the 40 widths or anything else like that. You couldn't stop the speed. There's too much speed. This is actually a viable strategy, at least when you're fighting the AI. The thing that I found is that if you are moving just simply too fast, there's really nothing that they can do to stop you. It's like, okay, I just go ahead and convert this truck, just give it some time to get its new equipment going. Let's say you're on the attack and you're moving through the plains of Russia now. I don't know. Okay, look at this. Speed. With mobile warfare and everything in place, you're moving at such a lightning fast rate that there is literally nothing that they can do to catch you. You are just zipping through everything. And that results in this. The AI just simply can't catch up to you, so you can encircle stupid amounts of troops. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and end things here today. Thank you everyone for watching. This has proved to be a very viable strategy. Let me know if there's anything else that you want me to try or experiment with, but this just worked. It just worked. Thank you everyone. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Also join Discord because we play Hearts of Iron 4 games every single Saturday and do other Paradox games. Have a good rest of your day.